Hello everyone, Ozokyo's here, and today I'm gonna review mocks or my own creations I made. So it's gonna be the last one from my series of mock, which begin with Nekio, CK, and last time Jazia. Here we go. This one is called Waij-hag. So this is the last one, but it's kind of a spin-off, I can say so. Well, it's more like for TV shows, but it's a spin-off because this guy doesn't have wheels on his feet this time, instead of, uh, um, well, unlike the other, that's the word I search, unlike the other, he doesn't have wheels on his feet, but still he has some circle, yes, some, well, not really circle-shaped element in his back. So this time it's some Exoforce jet reactors, you can clearly see, and because this part is black with some silver fade, this is why I choose these two colors for my color scheme on this smoke, so black and silver. So here we go. So yes, one of the main aspects apart from this from these two jet reactors are of course the foot, which this time this time are made also with some jet reactors. So that's what it's interesting with this mod. So it's made with that, and also some thread used here to make some more, to make a bulkier aspect. So I'm gonna explain how it works on the legs because this is the first part I've made of this mock. Well, it's it's quite well, excuse me, it's quite difficult to explain, yes, to me. So, well, I'm gonna just say that I have used two technique panels, so kind of like, in fact, Jetwax. For those who have Jetwax or just search pictures of him on internet, you will see that his jet reactor, excuse me, are designed the same way. So, it used this part and then two technique panel. At first, I just used one big and one small, but it doesn't really look that well, so that's why I decided to really do the same things. So it's put the same way as Jetwax, and then to put legs, I have to put a connector. So to put a connectors on this part, I've just decided to link, thanks to this two pinhole here and there, I link a holder foot, which is, well, you not really can see, it's kind of hard because it's all black and stuff, so it's an holder foot, and then with this holder foot I've got a connector, which then I can put an Waji-hag on it. You can also notice that the Waji-hag has this part put here to fill the hole, which is between these two technique panels. Excuse me for this part, it's really annoying. Right here. So yes, well, it's quite complicated also to explain because it's all full of hosepipe and stuff to make it look more complicated and all mechanics and stuff like that. So it's quite hard to show you how it works exactly. But this upper part of the leg is made with two connectors linked with well, I don't really know, maybe, well, this is a part from the Robo Riders team. It's a black part. Well, you can't really see that well, of course. Well, here you can see, I hope, this part is made and linked two connectors together. There we go. I'm gonna send on this part, of course, I put some other parts. So, for example, like some metal shoulder pad. Also, so this part right here to have a curved shape, as you can see clearly. And then at first, it was just supposed to be this part, which is from Gali Mystica, but I found it some kind of maybe too plain, maybe too flat. Too flat. So, well, I decided to put a washi back on here, which made a curved shape, and which is, well, I think cooler. Also, other thing I decided to, in fact, cover the silver color. The silver color was supposed to represent all the mechanics beneath the characters, excuse me, the character. So that's why I decided to put some black parts on it and to cover this all silver parts. I hope you can understand me, because I'm maybe not that clear, but it's quite hard. So the same goes for this leg, which were quite the same apart from the I think the hosepipe are put the same way, in fact. So here we go, and also some thematic system, which is not really useful. We're gonna see that later. Next on is the pelvis part, which this time is not made with, for example, some metal pelvis or stuff like that. This time it's made with a big Inika torso frame because I wanted him to be really huge and bulky and stuff like that, really strong, in fact. So that's why I choose this part to really sprint the leg, if I can say so. not mean to be vulgar or anything. And then I decided to put this little parts to cover the holes, in fact. So, for example, this one right here, and also there's two new powers, tight armor. I think it's tight armor right here. Then on this Inica frame, I've put a curved technique beam, which you can't really see, in fact. Well, you can, yes, you can see this part. This part is the technique beam, which is curved on the back. So it's this shape is like that. So on this technique beam, I could put then the other body part. So for example, like this armor, which was quite useful because the design was quite okay with the overall shape of my marks, and also it was already black with some silver fade, like this part. So it's really a nice, interesting part to use on this mark. Also, you can see that I cover the sides of the mark with some two little technique panels, and you can't really see, but here we go. And then I've put this part, which is the Mantax foot, on the back because it's also, again, curved, so it's not all flat or blocky and stuff like that, and it really adds shape to the overall model. And also, it will be useful later to link this part, which are quite useful for this model, of course. Then I've decided to put a Baroque foot, which will be really useful because, first of all, it links the head, then it links the shoulder together, and also it links this part, which is useful to link this part. So it's really this Baroque foot is really useful on this mark. So all the shoulder are made. In fact, it's quite simple. I used, so I said earlier, this part. Also, you can notice the two slicers, lift arm or robot lift arm on this side with two little. Don't have the word, not a problem. Two little gears, if I can say so. And then all the shoulder works. Well, it's quite easy. It's mainly thanks to this part, which is the Tecadox neck or the slicer foot revamped. So it was released in 2007 with Tecadox as a part of his neck. So that's why I call this the Tecadox neck. So thanks to this part, I could in fact link this to the main body frame and then use this axle hole to put this part, which is also a greater neck. And because it's got a ball joint, it will be useful to link the arms. And then, of course, I put some shoulder parts right here to cover the rest of the part, like that. Choose the same, and to make it more strong, to make it hold better way, I've chosen to put a technique beam which links the two shoulder parts. So this time it's really solid and concrete. Then the arms, when I link them, okay, fail. It will be easier that way, like that. So normal long double connectors. Really, I said to put really thin things on here because you will see that later. If I put too much thing on the shoulder, it will have blocking some movement from this part. You will see later why. But at first, it was just an Ordica fit put on the back, so it was not this part at all. Then you've got the second part of the arm, which is made with an Inica leg. Also, the end change. At first, it was just some Baroque sheet put together, but it was kind of it kind of looked cheap. So it looked cheap. So I decided to make a better thing. So that's why I chose two Mantax claws and this Robo Rider's head, which looked quite okay in my opinion. And also, I add later this two big mid-axe shell blaster because, well, to add to the bulky aspect of the mark. That's all for the arm because it's the same on the other side. The head also kind of evolved because at first it was just excuse me, it was two new power Inica feet, excuse me, put together with some part on the middle and just two Waij-hags on it. So it was also kind of cheap. So I decided to change it, and also it was really bad in terms of application. For this part, which is a strongest part, linked of course to an alligator neck and to an Piraka cloud feet. And then I decided to put this little Waji head because even if it's really not really new or anything, it's not really interesting. It's I love the aspect, the contradiction between the big bulky aspect of this part of the head and then the little one right here. So it kind of look like a big helmet, or I don't know, but well, I kind of like it. And then finally the back part. So here we go. So this one, in fact, is quite well. It was quite hard to make it stand together, but I have to cheat on some parts. But I had to, excuse me, I had to cheat on some parts. But well, it's quite of easy because I just put two little parts on this Montag's foot, then put double connectors right here, which will be useful to link the two Onua arm to these two Exoforce jet reactor, and then on this part, to prevent it from moving too much, I've just put some other axle which I linked through this part, which are linked to the board fit. So it means that all these parts are linked, and well, it's worked quite well. And of course, one of the second function, because kind of every model from this series have a well, second function, is that it can just open. So it's really easy. Well, it's really easy when I get like that. And here we go. And so he can fly now with these two jet reactors on his back. So that's why I decided to not put too much armor on this part, because it would have blocked this jet reactor movement. Now you can put it all the way. Or put this in this way, for example, if you want. It's up to you. And well, that's all, I think. For this model, so excuse me. And yes, oh yes, of course, articulation, I have forgotten to talk about the articulation, but it's not really that great. In fact, I think that's the worst of all the force I have made. So yes, the head kind of move on the side a little down, not really that much up. This one can look up and down. The arms can turn more than 90 degrees, so it's about okay. This part can sometimes block on the mid-deck Sky Blaster, but that's okay also. We have seen this articulation for the jet reactors on the back. And now you've got the legs, which, well, as you can see, because of all the hose pipes, it kind of block at not even 90 degrees on this side. And this part can move all the way up, but you will see later that, well, it's really hard to pause, in fact, because it's, well, it tends to fall off. In fact, I have just to try to make pause in front of your eyes, and you will see that it's really hard to make him, as you can see, it's fall off very easily. This time it's felt, excuse me, like that maybe. So you can't really, in fact, put him in tons of pause. You just have like 1 or 2 pause for this one. It's really not that good at all. But well, again, I think that the overall design of the model is quite good, but well, the articulation aspect is quite crap. So that's all I think. It's quite like the 3 other guys, in fact. But this one is really worse because of this type of foot. It's really hard to make him stand in tons of different poses. Even if the overall design is quite a success for me, because I've put everything I had to put on this model, and it's quite cool, in fact. So that's all for this, guys. Now I'm gonna put all the 4 guys in front of your eyes, and well, it will conclude my reviews on this series of 4 marks. So just put off the June books. And here we go. So first of all, there were Jezia, I think, yeah, right there, because he's the taller of, he's the tallest guy, so I'm gonna put him on the back only. Then, well, then I'm gonna put this one, which I just reviewed. You really have to make him bend in this side. You want to make him stand. Then the first one, Nekio, which was the first inspiration for this series. And finally, Sikae, which was the second one I've shown you earlier, which was the hunchback of the group, if I can say so. And here we go, guys. So that was kind of the first series of this model. So which used wheels on their feet, except for this one, and some circled shaped parts on their back. So as you can see, it's an X-pod right there, a jet, max hour reactor right here, some jet reactors, some exoforce jet reactor right there, and some wheels on this one. And well, I have said in all my reviews, the only complaint I have about these guys is their articulation, because they're already all kind of hard to pose. All have some issues with that, which is kind of problem with me. But apart from that, I think that the overall design of these guys is quite good, seriously. So give me your opinion and your comments on, well, this guy I just reviewed, and well, that's all I think. Of course, I plan to make a second series or second wave of this type of guys. So this means with some object on their back and some wheels. I already have tons of ideas, so well, I will do this second series, but not now, because now I'm gonna do another series of 9 mocks, in fact, which are not Titans of Warrior. Well, I think there were just 1 Titans and Warriors in this group of 9 mocks. But well, I think you will see that later, because I will of course review them in English again. So well, just wait and you will see. So that's all, guys. Hope you enjoy this little reviews on my on this 4 mocks. Hope you enjoy them, and see you later for another Bionicle review on my mocks or on one of the Bionicle official set. Bye bye.